What up, it's your boy, the Incredible Man, and yes, I am back at it again, and this is 911 Lone Star, Season 3, Episode 17, discussion/review, titled Spring Cleaning. We finally get an episode that's not centered around Owen, and it had to be weird. Let's talk about it, man. I'ma live life for the fight, yeah, I'm here to get it. I got drive, got sight, always have a vision. I go by at night, I be in my feelings, I'ma be fine. It wasn't just me, right? The episode was weird. Man, I'm gonna be 100%. It bugged me. First of all, I'll talk about the super duper real part later. Let's talk about Mateo and Nancy. First of all, I'm 6'1", and I've been tall enough to ride rides for a long time now. So that ain't got nothing to do with me, Nancy. But I'm just playing. No, man. We see that Nancy and Mateo has engulfed in a relationship. I knew that's the way that it was going after the call where she almost died. It was a little weird for her and Mateo. I knew that's the direction that they were going, and I didn't want it to happen because it would mess up the dynamic that the group has, and that was very evident in this episode, like from the very beginning towards the end, because in the beginning we see them in the bed. He doesn't want Owen to find out that they're sleeping together, but it was weird. She was ready to tell people. Mateo was and sort of kind of wasn't. You know what I'm saying? He was kind of in between on the whole situation of it all. And then they got to the firehouse, they started eating chili, and when she like reached above him to grab the chips, it was weird for him. He didn't really like that. And then we see them playing Catan as the episode goes on, and they normally form an alliance, but then they were bickering with each other, so it messed up the whole flow of the gang. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I didn't want them together. But as the episode progressed, we see Mateo telling her how he felt, and Nancy kind of explaining herself to Mateo. The whole gang wasn't feeling it anyway. They knew something was off with him anyway. So they sat him down so they could talk, and everybody was like, "Oh my god, oh, y'all knocking boots. Okay, I see you. But I didn't want it to mess up the dynamic. But I guess with them coming out and, telling each other what they were, feeling about the whole situation as a whole, it kind of made it a little better. And I'm going to be 100%. I didn't like it at first. I'm okay with it now. I'm still not 100% rooting for it because I don't want it to mess up the flow of things. But I'm okay with it. I can see them being a couple, and it's not a bad thing. Because I tell you what, if Nancy ever just wanted to grab a cup of coffee, I can't have caffeinated, but I can drink some decaf. Just putting that out there. But no, man, I see them. If it works out, I'm okay with it, and if it doesn't, I'm okay with it. I'm a little in between on the whole situation as a whole, but I'm okay with them being together. Then we got the case this episode. Well, the case is, let's talk about the first case, man. The dude that, he's throwing away an owl or something, and it goes down the chute, and he lands in the trash compactor. First of all, he asked old girl if she wanted it. She didn't want it. He threw it away. Dude, if it's down the chute, I'm not going to get it. This man falls inside a trash compactor. He was moments away from death. Moments! Dude, I am not getting this glass owl, okay? We'll buy another one. I'm just being real. The second case with the mom and everything, I felt bad for her, man. She done that to save her kids only because she was distracted from her husband because she was ready to leave and get away from this guy. But I gotta give big ups to Owen for, him having therapy and going to see his father and everything. It allowed him to, get his rage under control. So he just baited the dude, and the dude ended up getting arrested, you know what I'm saying, instead of Owen actually allowed his rage to kind of surface and take control over it. Because we heard Mateo, he's like, uh-oh, Hulk smash, you know what I'm saying? So it was nice to see Owen in a different perspective when it came to his anger and rage issues. And that's good enough for that dude. You don't put your hands on women and children, man. That's just something you do not do. So that's good enough for him. That's all the cases that happened this episode. Now let's talk about the weird aspect, and then we'll talk about the judge stuff. I don't know how anybody else feels about it. I'm glad they didn't follow through with the storyline of Tommy and Julius. But I mean, just the fact that they slept together, man. I mean, is this not weird for you? It's weird for me, man. I'm just being honest. I mean, I can't even wrap my mind around it because, I mean, you know, first of all, they're two consenting adults. That's, you know, you do whatever you want to do. But I'm just saying, it's weird. I mean, this is your brother-in-law. You know, like, what if your daughters called y'all, man? Hey, Uncle Daddy. You know, that's gonna be weird, man. It's weird. And I'm glad that Tommy's opening herself to, you know, finding love. You know, she's trying to not completely forget about Charles, but she's trying to, you know, move on with her life and just enjoy life as a whole. And it's best Julia's gonna skedaddle down the road. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad that the writers, you know, they wrote that little part in there, and you know, it happened this episode. But it was weird with me ever since the first kiss. You know, if that's happening, you know, he should have left the house from that moment on. You know, and they go out to hear him play at this bar or whatever, and the next thing you know, they sleep together. That's weird, man. It's weird. I don't know. I'm tripping out, man. And in the end, you know, Julius tells her that, you know, he feels like she deserves so much more because he can't be what Charles was for her. And, you know, he doesn't want to be Charles, and he feels like he'll ruin the relationship before it even starts. So he's going to leave. And I feel like that kind of hurt Tommy because, you know, she went all out of her way to go to Charles's grave, you know, to tell him that, you know, hey, well, I'm thinking about actively pursuing this relationship with Julius, but, you know, and it's just weird, man. It's weird, okay? But I'm glad that they decided to write themselves out of that corner that they wrote themselves in, and Julius is going to go ahead and leave town. Let's just get rid of Julius. Now, we see that Wyatt is, you know, he's been staying at Judd's house maybe just a little bit more, and, you know, him and Judd and Grace and his mom and everything, they got this whole little dynamic family thing going on, and it's nice, it's cool. But we see Wyatt has an interview for a internship, and, you know, Judd tried to talk him into this whole suit aesthetic, but the dude wasn't, he was like one of those rich millionaire guys that was rich at like 25, made millions and billions of dollars. He has this old tech startup company or whatever. We knew the suit wasn't going to be a no-go, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, Wyatt was really feeling it because it got him and Judd to have some time together, and, you know, Judd was feeling it, and Wyatt did look sharp. Wyatt was looking sharp, man, and, you know, but he was nervous, his hands was clammy, and he was the only one that was actually dressed up, and he felt like he ruined his shot, and Judd was just heartbroken because, you know, he felt like he ruined this for Wyatt. But I'm loving the fact that they get that different dynamic, you know what I'm saying? We know that Judd missed out on a lot of parts of Wyatt's life, but we get to see him actively take parts in that now. We get to see Wyatt's mom again and her fiance, you know, so it was a nice, it's a weird family, but it's a nice family nonetheless, you know what I'm saying? Because he did know he had a son, he found a son, and now they have this whole, you know, joint family thing going on. But it's a nice concept to see Judd and Wyatt get along together, and, you know, he gets along with Grace gets along with his mother, so it's just a nice concept. But at the end of the episode, we see that Judd feels some type of way for messing it up for Wyatt, so he tries to go get him another interview, and then the whole building just explodes, and that's how it ends. So we gotta wait till the season finale to see what's going on, because I don't think they'll kill Judd off. You know, Judd's one of the main characters that's very vital and important to the show, but they'll definitely hurt him again. You know, Judd get hurt a lot too, though, you know. But I don't know, TK get hurt more than anybody else. But I don't know, man, it was a nice episode, but weird. This is what is incredible, man. Don't forget to smash the like button until you can't smash any more. Comment down below, and I'll be sure to respond to each and every one of them. And subscribe, but only if you really want to, man. Peace out.
All out, and I am here to stay right now, so don't call it a call.